What is up, everyone? I'm Anthony DiGiovanni with SacredU Philosophy. Today, how to have the good life, how to live a good life, and the hero's journey begins. That's what we're talking about today. And that's just what it is, guys. If you feel like you're stuck, well, I promise you, it's because your hero's journey is about to begin. Okay, part one, the intro, right? The ordinary world. That's what we're talking about today. That's what you're stuck in. Look, in every hero's journey, if we study Joseph Campbell, I talked about my last video on the intro of the hero's journey and how to be a good person. Link to that below in the description if you need to go back and watch that. But I talked about how Joseph Campbell studied all these myths, and he found the monomyth, the one myth that was told in all of them, and it followed the same patterns no matter what part of the world, no matter what time you're in, and it's commonly known as the hero's journey. You can see it in a lot of things. You can see it mostly in Star Wars and a lot of other movies. But one thing we got to understand is the initiating part of the hero's journey is what's called the ordinary world. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's when the hero is just doing normal, everyday things. And probably is in most stories, if it's not explicitly said or shown, you could probably psychologically analyze and deduce this from the hero, but they're probably feeling exactly the same way as you. Stuck at home, feeling like they're meant for more, but don't know what it is, or don't know what it is they're supposed to do, and feel like they're at an in-between stage. They don't know what, they don't know where they're going, they don't know what the purpose of it is. I promise you, they're probably all feeling that. It's because you're stuck in the ordinary, and you're about to move into the inordinary, the supernatural world. That's what we're talking about today, okay? Again, like I said, the hero's journey, I explicitly think, could be a map that we lay over our reality in order to help us navigate that reality, navigate how to live our lives, okay? And if you agree with me on that, we can move forward, but and understand that right now, we're stuck in the ordinary. So what does that mean? Well, let's look at some examples. I said examples plural in the last part. Really, I think we only need to look at one, and that's just because I think it's heavily prevalent for pop culture, modern society today. The thing we're going to look at is Batman Begins. All right, Christian Bale, great freaking Batman series, done by my favorite director of all time, Christopher Nolan. Love the dude to death. That Batman series, I think, we can talk about this more if you want in the comments below. Comment below if you think this Batman actually was the best Batman done so far. I do, for sure. And I really think that Batman series done by Chris Nolan really effed up the whole DC universe, because for a while there they were trying to exactly copy that whole method, just the feel of it, the tone. Anyway, it's another video, a little bit of film analysis for you. But no, Christian Bale, Batman Begins, I freaking love that one. I think people often overlook it for The Dark Knight. I understand why, but if you go back and watch Batman Begins, to the parts where before he even chooses to go off and train with Ra's al Ghul and start to become the Batman, really, and answer the call to adventure, he's still stuck in the ordinary world. And it's so reflective of the kids I see today, the kids I coach, the kids I teach, people, even in my peer group, social justice warriors. If you think you're a self-proclaimed social justice warrior, I challenge you to go back and watch Batman Begins and look at Bruce Wayne. I don't care if you're a girl or a guy or whatever in between. Look at yourself as Bruce Wayne and tell me it's not you. The dude is, okay, so look, when he's stuck in the ordinary world, look at everything that's taken from him. His parents die when he's young. He essentially ends up losing the girl of his love interest later, but it's his best friend and eventual girlfriend. And then he also has to lose his identity of who he thinks he is and what he thinks he wants, right? So if you guys don't remember, at the beginning it shows his parents getting killed, and then a few years later when he's grown up, I think he's in college at the time, the guy that killed his parents is, I think, getting let go, or he's getting let go on parole, whatever. It's a big deal because obviously his parents were famous, and Bruce is planning to go and kill the dude. All he's thought about all these years is getting revenge. And there's a great scene. He doesn't do it. He ends up not doing it. And later he tells Rachel in the car, he shows her the gun, and what does she do? She slaps him, and she says that your parents would be embarrassed and they'd be disgraced right now. And I'll tell you why. And this is why I told you to go watch it. It's because he thinks that justice equals revenge. He's angry and he's resentful, and he wants nothing more than revenge, because he thinks that's what true justice is. He thinks that's what That's what's going to level the playing field. They took a life for a life, an eye for an eye. I more than not find you at the other end of this video believing the same thing, and I can't even lie, I do it sometimes too. I think it's a natural human reaction, but it is not the case. Revenge does not equal justice. I cannot hammer that enough to you, okay? It does not. That's not justice. That's not how our justice system should be ran. It's not predicated on that. Is it perfect? By no means, no. But you should never, for your own heart's sake and for your sake, be seeking that. Revenge doesn't help anybody. Unfortunately, it's something that's sold to us all the time, and I understand why. Makes a great story. But anyway, what I'm getting at is, in all that happens to Bruce in the ordinary world before he ever even takes a step out to go and like climb up that mountain and train with Ra's al Ghul, become a ninja, become Batman, if we were to sum it all up, he loses a lot. He loses a lot. And that's what's most important about this example, is everything that Bruce Wayne had to lose. His parents, his best friend and girlfriend, eventually love interest, and his own identity, his wealth. He even gives up his wealth. You know, he did lose that. He gave it up willingly, but all the wealth, all that luxury, he had to give all that up in the ordinary to enter into the superordinary, to enter into the supernatural. Okay, so now that we've looked at that example, we've talked about how what we're talking about here today is the ordinary world. The part 3 is the challenge to you. What things are you hanging on to that are holding you back, Bruce Wayne? In what ways are you being Bruce right now? Young Bruce, before he ever goes to train and become Batman. What feelings of anger, resentment maybe, putting blame on others. I've done videos on that, like how oftentimes when you put the blame on another person, you're giving them the power over the situation. You're relinquishing power, you're relinquishing responsibility, and it will keep you stagnant, it will keep you stuck. That's one way you could be getting stuck in the ordinary right now, and it's causing you to feel stuck in life. Anger, resentment, sadness, victimization. I don't care if you really are being victimized. Constantly looking around saying, woe is me, is not going to get you anywhere. So there's that. Also, if we're looking at the Batman Begins example, what luxuries, what riches are you hanging on to that you're too afraid to lose? Or assumptions of, riches or luxuries. I can't tell you how many kids I have that don't want to work now because they think that, they're just going to be rich YouTubers in like 2 years. So they don't need to work now. And so that's what I mean by like assumption of riches and luxuries. You think you're going to be some millionaire in the next couple of years, and that's what's keeping you stuck right now. Like, I guess, false assumptions or false pretenses to the future. I mean, I was there once too. I say this all like humbly and not passing fault at all. Like I was 19 once too, and I thought I was going to be an Academy Award winner by 21. I think I had a goal sheet that said that. So, I mean, obviously I had to like grow up and be humbled and realize, hey, that's more of a thing you like achieve over like 10 to 15 years. Trying to before I'm 30 though. Look out. But anyway, that's what I'm getting at is riches, luxuries, relationships. He had to give up his relationship with Rachel essentially to go chase and find out who he was. And the big one is identity. Okay, and this is a slippery terms. There's a video also on its own, identity. There's tons of philosophy differing between identity. What is it? What does it stand for? Ultimately, I think for this example, when we're stuck in the ordinary world as heroes, because you are a hero and you have that potential. I think the identity you might need to let go of is going back to the victim stance. The victimhood is not your identity. It's not who you are. Your circumstances are not who you are. You are not weak. You are not valueless, and you're not meaningless. These are not your identities. If you're thinking that's who you are, you need to let go of that because it's keeping you stuck and it's keeping you grounded. If you think you're less than, if you think you're worthless, you have to stop. Inherently, you have value and you have meaning just merely because you're a human being, because you embody the mystery of life. And life is no laughing matter. It doesn't happen. Like the odds of you being born were so few and far between. Evolution, schmevolution, I don't want to hear it right now. Like, you're here for a purpose, I promise you. And I've done plenty of videos on self-esteem in this, if you want to go back and watch those, explaining more on how you are. Essentially, though, what I'm getting at is, don't let a identity of lack be your identity. If it is right now, you're gonna have to let it go so you can move on from the ordinary world. Okay guys, I hope this video helped. Look, if you're stuck in the ordinary, it's okay. I just want to tell you it's temporary. I promise you, it's just a phase. It's just a moment. I've been there. I've been stuck in the cave, and it's fine. You're gonna get out, okay? But you have to let go of some things. Take it from Bruce Wayne and Batman Begins. There's some things we gotta let go of, and usually I would argue, I would step out, and if I were a gambling man, I would bet that's probably because you're holding on to some anger, you're holding on to resentment, maybe towards your parents, maybe towards other family members, or a friend, whatever, okay? We've all been handed short sticks, and we can't let that stop us from reaching our full potential, okay? And I don't want it to stop you from reaching your full potential. I truly believe whoever you are at the end of this video, at the other side of that screen watching this, you have the potential to be the hero, not only of your own life, but of the lives of your family and your society, your culture, and even the world. It starts with you. It starts with those beginning levels, you, your family, your neighborhood, your culture. You have that potential, and we just got to get out of the ordinary. And look, I say this with I guess a little heat of a warning. The ordinary is safe, so I understand why you might want to stay there. And maybe you're not ready to leave the ordinary world, because the super ordinary, the supernatural is tough, and it's full of tasks, it's full of trials, it's full of adversaries, it's full of guardians. It's also full of allies, and it's also where we're going to learn who we truly can become. I guess that's one thing I want to talk about is if you feel like you don't even know who you are yet, it's because you're stuck in the ordinary. And it takes true experience, true life experience to go out there and find out who you are. And you're never gonna find that just staying at home, living in the ordinary, okay? So we have to get out and let our hero's journey begin. Thank you guys for watching. A like and a share go a long way, as always, guys, and subscribe so you can get these videos every Monday. I'm coming out with videos for you, and in this new Hero's Journey series, there's going to be a lot to break down, so I can't wait to get even further, even deeper with you guys as we just started this journey. Tell your friends, tell your family. Maybe there's someone that, as you watch this video, you're thinking, hey man, so-and-so needs to hear this. Let them know, send them the video. Maybe all three of us could talk about it via the internet. It's a great invention for that reason. Or you can talk to them about it, you get a conversation going. Whatever it is, I want more conversation going, I want more talk going, and if I can help more people, I would love it. So share the video, guys, let people know to subscribe and get these videos every Monday as well. And I will see you guys very soon.